Ted, I definitely want to get your sense. I was on a call earlier today with Dave Burkett, and I asked him the question, which call was worse? Was it the crazy, picking up a flag against Brandon Pettigrew and all that? Dave Burkett, I asked him what call was worse, that or the miscommunication regarding the tackle reporting eligible last year.
We actually made Jared sprint. So I would do sprint training with him once a week. I would actually do it with him. I'd run with him. So we topped off and we would hit at least 90% of his max velocity once a week. My reason for this, from a training perspective and from really pre-acclimation for the tissue, more so from a hamstring, hip flexor, quadricep, when you want to avoid some of those soft tissue injuries for a quarterback who's not hypermobile and they don't run a lot.
And what's going on, my fine fellow friends? This is Blockbuster Sports and the Detroit Lions News Show merged together when we all come together. We got a whole bunch of insiders. John couldn't make it today. It was a busy news day. He's still at the facility. Please leave your comments. This is a live interactive show. We're going to talk about the path to the playoffs. We're going to break down the NFC West. We're going to break down the NFC North and what it's going to take for the Detroit Lions to get into the playoffs. It's the final quarter turn. I'm going to jump out real quick, and I'm going to share this a whole bunch of places. But the first question here is let's talk about the Packers. Let's talk about the rest of the Packers schedule. The Packers go to the Broncos, and then the Packers are at the Bears. Ravens come to Lambeau Field, and then the Packers go to the bottom dwellers, Minnesota Vikings. You guys talk about that for a second. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Don.
Well, the Packers. What do we know about the Packers? Here lately, they've been playing a lot better ball. They've been protecting Love. But this week is going to be a true test. Just like we have a test on the road in L.A., we have to play, or they have to play the Denver Broncos, which their defense is ranked amongst the best. I look for Denver to cause them a lot of problems. Just like Love had problems earlier in the year with a couple different teams, I can see the same result. And I predict that Denver pulls it out. I don't think you're going in their house right now the way they're playing, some gritty ball, and beat them. And then if you look at the next week, Woody, they go to Chicago, which they barely beat the Bears last week by 7. That was a tough game, big rivalry in the North. They could easily go on a 2-game skid with other teams raising up out of the ashes and stacking some wins. What do you think?
I think they have put themselves in a position. It's on them. So they had, we're a game behind Chicago and the Packers. Us and Chicago are both 1-3 in the division, right? Packers are undefeated in the division. I mean, they've really put themselves in a position to take the division. I do think that Broncos can win that game. I would love to see them stumble. I love the fact that the Bears play the Packers one more time, right? So either way it goes, we're going to have a catch-up game. But, I mean, if it's with the Packers, they got the tiebreaker. So we have to finish a game above them, right? We have to finish a game above them. The Chicago game at the end of the year is going to be real good, but we're going to find out. But, I mean, the Packers have all the leverage right now. I mean, they truly do. Just by how they played, the games that they've pulled out. You know what I mean? So, and that brings us to what's our road to the playoffs? We're on the outside looking in as we stand right now, getting ready to go against the best team probably right now in the NFL, right? And they go against the Broncos, which is a hot team. Don't get me wrong. But this game this week, this is huge for us. This is huge. What you think about the Rams? Where are we going with that?
Well, it's how would you say this? It's make it or break it. It's put up or shut up. We've been bragging on our lines a lot this year, and when we've been talking about the schedule, how difficult to put it to the side, put the injuries to the side. We have to. If the Rams are here and we're here, we need to move it right here. We need to go in to LA and we need to show the world that we're no joke. And we had a couple bad games in the past, and we're back. This offense that I seen against Dallas looked a lot better than the offense I seen against Green Bay on Thanksgiving, and I think you would agree.
Yeah.
If we can get it clicking, if we can control the turnovers, every team that's beat LA this year, they've not turned the ball over hardly any. I believe in 3 losses this year, the teams that beat LA, there's 1 total turnover. I think I saw. We
Yeah.
just got to be tough, man. Time of possession is key.
Right.
I think that's a bigger game for us than I think the Packers. We know that they control their own destiny. If they win out, they're good to go. They possibly get the 1 seed. But we've been playing playoff football for 2 weeks now. Last week was a playoff game. This week's a playoff game.
Yeah.
And we can't afford to lose. I know technically we lose 1 game, we'll probably still make the playoffs depending on Chicago. Because I don't think we talked about the West earlier behind the scenes, the NFC West. I believe all 3 of those teams are a lock. I don't see one of those teams not making the playoffs, which for us is kind of trouble. There's probably 2 teams in the North that's going to come out. I think this is a put up or shut up type of game, and we have to show up and show out. And I can see this game being crazy. 44. What was the score last week? 44-30. I can see a score crazier than that. I can see both teams putting up 40 burgers. I don't know. I mean, no insight.
Before we went live, we were talking, and we talked about the NFC North a lot, right?
Yep.
And the 2 of our 4 games left are against the NFC West. We talk about the North, but the NFC West has 2 10-win teams and a 9-win team, right?
Yep.
So the Rams have 5 of the 15 highest graded offensive games this year just in the last 6 weeks, right? They're first in passing yards, first in receiving grade, first in rushing grade, first in rush block, and 9th in pass block, right? Puka Nacua has 29 contested targets. He's caught 23 of them. 23. And they've only been keeping that stat since 2016. And like Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson have 26, and McLaurin, Rob Gronkowski, and Hopkins have 25. That's the record since they've been keeping the stat. He's 3 behind the record. Puka Nacua, I always have problems with his name, but they're having a hell of a season this year. And that defense, that front 7 is nasty. This game's going to come down to the trenches. Can our offensive line handle that front 7? Because their linebackers can do everything ours can. They might even be a better unit overall. You know what I mean? I think Jack Campbell's the best linebacker in the league right now, but I mean, they as a unit, they might be better overall than us.
Well, I saw
When you agree that we don't need to play as much man-to-man with these 2 wide receivers, no different than CD Lamb and Pickens last week. I feel like we played a lot of man-to-man last week, and we got out of it. This week, it may be just a little different. We may need to lean a little bit more on our safeties. Now, I don't know if Kirby Joseph will be back. I don't know if he's even been practicing. I haven't heard anything. When he does come back, if he comes back, it's going to be huge for us. And I heard Dan Campbell in the press conference mention him once or twice this week. But I believe the man-to-man, I believe Coach Shepard needs to tighten up. We need to get more pressure from the line. Maybe have the linebackers pull back a little bit to help out on the shorter routes with Puka Nacua and Adams, because they can eat you up. Those little 5'10" routers, man, the yak yards with those receivers are unreal. I don't know the numbers, but I do know the eye test. And I watched them last week against Arizona, and they were rolling.
Well, I saw on what we're broadcasting right now to the Detroit Lions News podcast, we are number 1 with linebackers. Believe it or not, we are number 1. So that's a good sign. And I see now Mark Orm that was supposed to be coming on and say, oh, no, that's not true. But I guess that's what the numbers are for Pro Football Focus. I wanted to talk about this Packers Broncos game because we are going live to a couple Packer pages here. So the Packers, are a steady Eddie team. I do believe that they're a well balanced, they're a well coached team. They have a lot of first rounders on defense for the last 8 years. So I think the Broncos have a really good defense, but their offense isn't as good as, they go through ups and downs, but they win a lot of one-score games. So I'm really excited about this matchup. And the Packers only play 2 games at home to finish off their season. That's against actually, no, they're on the road for 3 games. That's very surprising. The last game they play against is the Ravens. So they're on the road next week at the Bears, and then to finish off the season at the Vikings. So
Wow.
The Bears are a lot different. They have 3 home games and 1 road game, but that road game is against those 49ers, and that's going to be a gauntlet because the 49ers already have the same record as the Bears. So do you guys want to talk about this Packers-Broncos matchup?
Go ahead, Donnie.
Well, like you said, the Denver Broncos have been winning a lot of one-score games, and they've been tough as they can be on defense. Yeah, I can see them pulling off a win against the Packers if they can put pressure on Love, put him in awkward positions. That's where he seems to really struggle the most is when he's got somebody in his face, which most quarterbacks do. But if you give Jordan Love a clean pocket, he showed this year that he can ball out and pick you apart. The Denver Broncos defense, they don't give you a lot of clean pockets, fellas. They don't. They don't. If you're looking at the numbers, I'm sure they're in the top 5 in sacks and everything, all pressures. That's a nasty defense. And now they got their cornerback, Surtain. Is he a cornerback or a safety? I think he's a cornerback,
Safety.
right? Safety?
Patrick.
Either way, that helps out a ton too. So, yeah. Yep. I can see a struggle right there. So if Green Bay wins, they're going to have to earn it.
They both have struggled with mediocre teams this year, right? It seems like the difference between the Broncos and the Packers play Philly, right? They played us. I mean, they owned us this year. I thought the game wasn't as close as the score was for the Chicago game. I really felt like the Packers kind of, you know what I mean? But I felt like they controlled the game for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I like the Packers to beat the Broncos. I just think that, I don't know. Like they just feel like a better team to me overall. Maybe like the Broncos are on back-to-back 10-win seasons. I just think they have more, although I like the coaching advantage for the Broncos. I just feel like the Packers have put themselves in a position to control the division this year. I believe it's all on them. If they lose to the Broncos, I'll have a lot more. If we can beat the Rams for sure. I just feel like it's the Packers division to win this year. Sucks to say, it hurts my heart. Both good teams, but I like the Packers in that matchup. I don't want them to win, though.
I got the Broncos winning this one at 425. I think it's going to be a really good game, and then they have to go to Soldier Field next weekend against the Chicago Bears. And then they have their last, like I said before, they have their last home game against the Ravens. Like, which Ravens team is going to be coming out? Because John Harbaugh's team should be, they're still in the playoff hunt, right? Against Pittsburgh. They still can win a division. They still could get a home playoff game here. So I think they're going to get everything out of the Ravens then. And then who knows with the Vikings? They're starting to play a lot better lately. So, and they're at home. And they're going to be pissed off because the Lions just came there on Christmas Day and beat their asses. So you never know if they want to play spoiler. So let's go through the Bears here. Like, man, they play the Browns. That's probably a win. I hope Myles Garrett breaks the record. He's at 19, I think, right now.
20.
What's the record? 22 and a half?
I believe he got 20 on Sunday.
Is it 20? So
I believe so.
2.5 more to tie the record. And then the Bears go to versus the Packers at home. Bears at 49ers. Like, the 49ers already have 9 wins, and they're going to be playing. They play the Titans this weekend versus the Titans on the road to the Titans. And then They go at the Colts, and then versus the Bears, and then 49ers versus the Seahawks. They got to play another divisional game. So one of these teams got to lose, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk about the Bears before we get into the NFC West?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Go ahead,
give the
Don.
Bears one more win. I'm sorry, 2 more wins.
They got 3 home games, though.
Yeah, don't matter.
Okay.
I see them beating Cleveland this week. I see them splitting with Green Bay, and then their final 2.
What do you mean splitting with Green Bay? They lost to Green Bay already. You say they
Chicago? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they'll beat them.
Oh, okay. So they got
Yeah, I
more
think that
wins
they'll
then.
split with Green Bay. I believe that Chicago will win that game. They lost the other day. And Cleveland's, I love Cleveland's defense. They're nasty. Jim Schwartz has got that team playing really good on defense. But, and Sanders, you want to pull for the kid. He's got so much talent. It's unbelievable. But the coaching is about stupid, man. Like, I watched that game the other day, and the 2-point conversion made 0 sense. So with that being said, I can see Ben Johnson out coaching this Stefanski this week and picking up the win. And then the revenge game from last week, that's 2 more wins. Well, who they play? 49ers, correct?
Yep, at the 49ers. And then
Give them a
versus the
loss,
Lions.
and then Detroit's fighting for their life, just like they will be. Probably the last game of the year. And I got those Lions beating the Bears. So how many wins they got now? 9 total?
They're 9-4, so you got them 2-2, so it'll be 11-6. 11-6.
And if we end up losing this week and winning out, we will also be 11-6 with a tiebreaker. You may see 11-win team not make the playoffs, fellas.
Yeah.
Wow.
What do you
That's
think?
crazy.
Let's get your take here.
So the Bears, I mean, would they have 6 wins last year? 5, 6 wins, something like that. To go to 9 wins with 4 games left, I mean, outside looking in, great job, Ben Johnson, right? Except when you break it down, they got 2 wins against teams over 500, and the Steelers became 500 this week. Would they have 5 comeback victories, right? Against 500 lower teams. Let's talk about the Vikings, worst team in the division right now by far, right? They come in, beat them the first week. JJ doesn't do shit all game, comes down, gets a game-winning drive. The only reason why Chicago won that game is because special teams gave up like a 45-yard kick return with 40 seconds left, and they kicked the field goal, right? Chicago struggles with teams. Yeah, they beat Philly. So do the Giants. The Giants beat Philly too. So what? Cowboys beat Philly too. So what are we really talking about? Like, they have some of the most annoying fans in the world, and I'm putting them above the Packers fans. Like, I don't even care if they see this. Like, look, yeah, no. Listen, the Packers have something really there, and I'm saying I've been a firm believer that the Bears were better than what their record showed the last couple of years. I think they're doing better than their team actually is this year and schedules to play. Now, to be the devil's advocate with that, if we look at the Lions, pre-year, we were like, this schedule is really tough, right? And it makes sense. How many wins this year would you say that the Lions have against teams 500 or over right now?
5, maybe 2.
2. We've beaten 2 teams also over 500. See, that's a statistic right now that's kind of, it eats with me as I talk about the Bears in that respect. I think the Bears, I'm with Donnie. I want the Bears to win the Packers game because then this is like a 3-way tie at this point. If we beat the Rams, you know what I mean? You're talking, we control our destiny the same way they do. Although the Packers will have the tiebreaker against us, but they also have a tie on their record. So,
right.
I think there's still a road, but like I said, I think it's the Packers to lose.
So it all comes down to or division wins is your first tiebreaker, right? Conference wins, and then it goes down to common opponents. So losing to the Eagles and then beating the Eagles. So every division game counts. We have to win our division games. Even if we lose to the Rams, we have to beat the Bears and we have to beat the fucking Vikings.
Yep. Yeah. Going 1-3 in the division so far just ain't cutting it, guys. And those 2 wins against 500 teams was Chicago and was Tampa Bay. Those were right. We beat Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we played
yeah.
Tampa Bay. Those are the two, and Tampa Bay's a
So is
7-win team
Baltimore
this year.
not 500?
No.
Wow.
That's not a conference win, right? Those ones
No.
don't really matter as
No,
much.
of course. Yeah. We just
But it
ain't
is
get good in our conference.
It's a common opponent, right? So the Ravens need to beat the Packers for that one to be a common opponent, right?
Right.
Yeah. That conference right there, right? Steelers, Ravens were the hands down favorite for the division. Steelers go 4-1. It's there to lose. Then what they lose their next 4 out of 5 games. Baltimore starts. They're gonna take it. Cincinnati even had a chance to kind of come into the picture, and then they fumbled the ball. Right? That division's weird. It's a weird division this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So Bears at 49ers. Because we talked about the Packers game. You guys do believe you're going to split. Did you say they were going to split, Woody? The Bears are going to split?
I hope they do. I didn't see anything in that game that says that they beat the Packers, but football is football. It changes from week to week. Yeah. So I hope they do. But I have the Packers beating the Bears. I mean, that's how I feel.
You have the Packers beating the Bears? Okay.
Yeah.
3-game skid, possibly, huh?
So no home playoff game for us. They've been harassing me on my emails all week, saying last chance to give us $1,500 for your playoff tickets. They want you to play for the wild card, the divisional round, and the NFC Championship. $1,500 that I don't have because I have to pay for Christmas.
And we are not in position.
All right.
It's enough that Woody and I are going to be down there for the Pittsburgh game, and we're staying at the Atheum for 2 days. So that's a big chunk of change right there, too.
Yeah. It's a nice hotel, the Atheneum. I used to go there for my anniversary years ago, many moons ago.
Woody told me they're known for Detroit to have the softest beds in downtown Detroit.
So you don't have to, not that I know it's a football show, but you don't have to leave the hotel. Fishbones, it's connected to the casino, Greektown. You walk in, it's marble. Every room is 2 floors, jacuzzi in the middle of it. You can go across the street to the strip clubs, the best one in Detroit. Just saying, sorry. But,
We're bringing our wives.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into this. Okay, the Seahawks are 10-3, right? 49ers are 9-4, and those Rams are Rams are 10-3 too. We got the 49ers, Seahawks, and Rams. So the Seahawks versus the Colts here, December 14th. What do you guys got? Who do you guys got winning that one? Colts new quarterback, as you've seen all over social media. We got the stiff arm thrower with fucking 20,000 kids coming back to play. What do you Seahawks at home versus the Colts? What do you think? You got the Seahawks?
Seahawks. No Daniel
Donnie?
Jones.
Seahawks?
You don't think old man River can go out there and turn it around? And
What's the odds?
he hasn't
of that?
played in how many years?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Seahawks just for the point of they're playing better. And the game's in Seattle, correct?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
That's
that'd be
that's
tough.
11
That'd be
wins.
tough on the guy. Mm.
That's
Sorry,
11
Philip.
wins.
I saw Philip at when he was with the San Diego Chargers in Detroit. I saw him get picked off by Slay there at the end, and we ended up winning that game. But I like Philip Rivers a lot. But, man, you look like you had way too many cheeseburgers lately, bud, and I'm not a skinny guy myself. But he looks like he's out of shape.
He does.
And I wish him the best. I hope he balls out, and I hope they win. But
That'd be
I
nice.
don't know. We'll just
So-
pick Seattle and be safe.
Now they're playing on Thursday Night Football, short week versus the Rams at home against the Rams again. Who do you guys got in that?
Pissed
game?
off Rams, too, Darcy. A pissed off
Yeah,
Rams.
pissed
coming
off
a
Rams,
big loss.
up-down theory, right?
Yes, sir.
What you guys got, Donnie?
I got the Rams.
You got the Rams winning that one.
Yes.
Rams. If Rams play like this for the rest of the year, they will win the Super Bowl. They will
11-4.
win the Super Bowl.
Okay, then they go to the Panthers on the road, December 28th, after Christmas.
Oof. Seattle?
Yeah.
Give me Carolina. They play a little bit different at home.
Holy
They
shit.
made the Rams look average at best when I watched that
They
game.
did. Yeah.
11
Yeah,
and
I like
4 then.
I like Seattle. I think Seattle takes care of Carolina.
Oh, okay. You got them 12 and 4 then.
Yeah.
Okay, then they go at the Packers or Panthers. I mean, and then they finish off at the 49ers. Seahawks at the 49ers.
Give me Seattle.
Seattle.
So Woody has them 12 and 5. Or I mean, Donnie has it 12 and 5 and 13 and 4. Woody.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go 49ers here. They're 9 and 4 right now. Versus the Titans at home. December
Win.
14th. Okay.
Easy.
Win. It's 49ers.
Done. Okay, versus or at the Colts.
Old man Rivers.
At the Colts. December 27th.
Give me Indy to stun the world.
Really?
Because nobody's going to pick the Colts to beat the 49ers, right? Give me Indy.
Okay.
I'll take
Brad Taylor's a beast.
I'll take the 49ers.
So you got
Okay.
11 and 4. Okay. And then versus the Bears at home. Versus the Bears at home.
The Bang Bang Gang. Give me the Niners.
12 and 4.
I'll take the Bears.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay. You guys are tied 11 and 5. And then to finish off versus the Seahawks on the road. Win-loss.
Give me Seahawks.
Seahawks.
So they're going to finish the same record as the Lions.
Break it
If
down
we-
to NFC opponents, right?
If
NFC
we
record.
lose one game. If we lose one game. If we win them all, then we win. We're 12 and 5.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one is the Rams. Okay, Detroit travels to LA Rams. This game, we already talked about that. I think Woody said the Rams win this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm wanting us to win, and I feel like we can win if we do the right things. Okay. My heart is with the Lions, but my head says, otherwise. Stafford's got every reason in the world to beat us. We beat him the last 2 games, especially in the playoffs. And he'll go out there and he'll compete and play good. And I think this will be a tight-ass game, and I believe we will have a chance, if not pull it off. But we'll give Rams the win on the prediction scale. I'll give the Rams a win on this one.
Okay. So the Rams, we already talked about this game. Rams go to
You know what,
Seattle.
Darcy? I'm sorry. I can't do it. Give me the Lions.
Okay.
Give me the Lions and a different looking offense from last week. Give me the Lions.
I thought they looked really good against.
I thought we did too.
Denver.
You know what? I've
They
watched
looked
the
like they
Rams
weren't
and they
even
look
getting the
good.
third down. They weren't even getting the third down.
No. Give me Lions.
Okay, at the Seahawks, we already talked about this game. I can't remember with
Pissed off Rams.
Yep, pissed off Rams, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Then the Rams go to the Falcons, December 29th.
Rams.
And then Rams go to the Cardinals to finish off the season. It looks like the Rams are going to win this division.
Yeah.
Or it's going to be tied. Yep. It's either Seahawks. Oh, that fucking division's tough.
It's just like the North last year. It took 15
Yeah.
wins, 14 for second place, around 10 wins for the Packers. It's just like we were last year, kind of.
It's going to come down to the last game, but the Rams sure have an easy Falcons and Cardinals to finish it off. 49ers have it tough. They finish off with the Bears and Seahawks.
Yeah.
Damn,
There's the
that
last game
that
with the
last game of the
Rams.
year, the Seahawks and 49ers, that's crazy.
Who do the
All right.
Rams play the last game?
That's all I wanted to talk about. So you guys want to talk about the shenanigans of Mr. Moore? I'm going to jump out here. I'm going to go to the washroom, and you guys can talk whatever you want to talk about, because that's all I
Sounds good.
had. All right.
Okay.
Take it away.
Got
Do what you were
Donnie.
saying like you did in the chat there. Bring them up.
gotcha.
Get everybody
Okay.
going.
So, Donnie, let me ask you a question. on this Lions defense.
Oh, man.
Now think about it before you answer it. Who's the most important player on this defense? You there? It looks like you left. So on this Detroit Lions team, right? I want to argue that Aiden Hutchinson is right now is not the most important player on this team. It's Jack Campbell. In my opinion, Jack Campbell is the most impactful guy on this defense right now. He has 5 sacks at the interior linebacker position. PFF ranks him the league best run defense of 91.8. He ranks 3rd overall among all graded linebackers, out of 78, posts an elite PFF grade of 88.2. Hold on one second.
I believe I'm live, guys.